I tell you, conforming is such an easy thing to do, I'm going to pack these things and we're just going to talk about it. Today I went to ShopRite, right? I actually went to the ATM. Standing at the ATM, there's a lady that came through. So I was like a distance from the person in front of me, right? It was a proper distance, I think. I'll show you. I took a little bit of a video. I'll show you a snippet of the distance. I was in front. Obviously, the gentleman was in front and I was here. The lady comes and she says to me, "Excuse me, are you in the queue?" I'm like, yeah, I'm in the queue. She's like, no. The thing is, I wouldn't tell if you're in the queue or not because I'm looking at the distance between you and the person in front of you. So I'd like for you to actually move closer so that some of us can see that you are actually in the queue that goes to the ATM. Guys, usually I'll be someone that would just be like polite and be like, you know what, for peace sake, let me just, because I can see she's already coming with an attitude. I don't see why someone would come to me and say that. So I was like, you know what, usually I'll be that person that's like, you know what, it's okay. But today, I found myself standing up for myself. And I said, no, I don't think so. I'm in the queue. You can see that I'm in the queue. And I'm in front of this person. I don't have to breathe on this person's neck for there to be evidence that I'm in the queue. And secondly, the queue will not move any faster, any quicker, just because I'm just on this person's back. I'm hopping on this person's back. And she looked at me and I was like, I'm not gonna move. And I'm so proud of myself for that because usually I'm someone that just conforms. I don't conform, but I'm someone that usually is doing things for peace sake. So I'm happy because this is how one starts to conform and becomes a sheep. When you feel like your voice needs to be silenced, especially in certain things, the little things like this, where you're like, no, I'm not comfortable breathing down another person's neck, let me just keep distance. And someone actually says, no, you should do this because we, as a whole, as South Africa, we stick like this to someone to show that we're in the queue of something. So I'm like, this is how we start conforming, and this is how we start minimizing our voices, and this is how people are able to actually influence us because we become sheep in the little things. And then in the big things, obviously you feel like you no longer have the power to actually do anything. So kudos to me. Secondly, another thing that I'm learning with this is that I'm learning not to stick up for myself. I'm learning to say no to things that make me uncomfortable. It's in the little things. And I know it will grow to be better in the other things that I've usually just said, okay, So now I'm learning to actually say no. And then, what I'm actually learning also through this process and this season is to lean on people. I've always been someone that's like, I've got this. I don't need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I don't need to bother people. I've always liked to say that I'm not a bothersome person. I'm low maintenance, and I've just had pride in myself with regards to that, I said I'm low maintenance, I don't like to bother people and stuff like that. But this season has let me know that, if you have a vision and there are things that come in your way, in the way of that vision, and for you to not find yourself being disappointed, I'm actually going to fetch your bag. I'm coming. Yeah, so what I was talking about, leaning on people, right? Had a vision. Obviously, in the year, my children are going to have fun, and life happens, Things, you are thrown a curveball. So this year, I had to actually ask people for sponsorships, for help in making this year end a success for my children, You guys know that I'm in children's ministry, and it's just been a tough year. So I just wanted for them to have fun, And we're going to a water park. Obviously, there's transport involved, there's food involved, there's money to enter that is involved, and all of that had to ask. I actually went onto my WhatsApp and I was like, guys, this is the desire of my heart, and this is what I'm planning to do for the children, and I'm asking anyone that feels what I'm saying, I'm asking for help in any way, whether you want to buy a ticket for entry for one child, whether you want to sponsor. Mina, I'll buy a hot dog for you. Mina, I'll buy a Vienna for you. Anything, And I'm just grateful that people came on board. And another thing that I've noticed is that you should not box people. You should not say when you have that vision or when you have that ask, you already have a name or you have an expectation of who is supposed to assist you, because you will, look, your blessing will just go. Because a lot of people that have assisted me are people that I did not have at the top of my head. People coming on board to say, what do you need? How can we assist you? I'm really appreciative of it. And I'm so grateful that people even trust me with their money, because some people were like, you know what, I'm depositing this money, I know you will take it where it needs to go, and I trust you with that, And look, like those seeds, that seed of trust, and someone planting that seed of faith, knowing that it's going into good ground, So I'm really grateful for that. I'm really thankful. I think there's one. Okay. I'm really thankful for that. And yeah, just like I'm saying, that you must not box people. You must not box yourself. You must not box God. When you give God the vision, the provision will come. But don't put a label, don't put a name on that provision, because you'll be disappointed. And people don't owe you anything. That's another thing I've learned. People don't owe you anything. So when you go to God with whatever request, if it happens, it happens. And if it's not the time, it's not the time, but just be okay. However, this time, I'm talking about the people that came on board. I'm talking about the people that helped me. And I'm so grateful for them. So, yeah, that is another lesson. Because I'm usually like, I'm just going to save money and I'm just going to buy these things. But the season that I'm in, I'm learning that I need to rely on people if I need certain things to move, especially when I don't have the capacity to. So I'm also learning that even if I do have the capacity to, it's okay to ask for help. Whether it is in a form of time, it is in a form of someone's skills, it is just okay. And I think that's what this season has taught me, to break from the thing that I can do everything, I know everything. It's just to trust that there are people that are willing to help you. It doesn't have to be the people that you had at the top of your list, but there are people that are there to assist you in whatever you want. So, I hope I was not long-winded, but yeah, those are the lessons. Today I got to stand up for myself. Today I got to learn that things can happen if you give God the vision, and if it's also something that is in line with Him, I don't think He'll give you another injota yomuntu. It's a vision you will not be doing. But yeah, I'm just grateful. I truly am grateful. My children are going to be happy. And yeah, that's all from me. That is it from me. Thank you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, subscribe. And I'd like to hear from you guys, especially people that don't really like to ask for help, especially people that feel like, I don't think people see me the way they're supposed to see me. Yeah, you just need to be okay and comfortable with the fact that you're the person that you are. And the right tribe, the right people will come to you. I promise you, you're not an island. You're not that dope. You're not that special to God for Him to say, you know what, this one must not associate with anyone. This one is not going to be held by anyone but me. No. He's got His people, so don't stress.